Today we will be talking about Introduction to Psychological Skills Training. Arousal regulation. Increasing self-awareness of arousal. To control arousal level is to be more aware of them during practices and competition. Meaning, arousal levels and anxieties and muscle tension would always be there, but it is up to you how to control your anxiety and muscle tension. Using anxiety reduction techniques. Excess anxiety. Inappropriate muscle tension can diminish performance. Meaning excess anxiety can give you a slight disadvantage of having it. The harder you try, the better you will perform. Uh, a lot of coaches and some athletes told us that the harder you try, the better you will perform. But in case of having anxieties and muscle tension, this won't be the right thing to do. Somatic anxiety reduction techniques. Progressive relaxation technique involves tensing and relaxing specific muscles, using one muscle group up to the next until all. Breath control. It is the way key to achieving relaxation. It is one of the most effective ways uh, of somatic anxiety reduction techniques. Biofeedback teaches people to control physiological or autonomic. Cognitive anxiety reduction techniques. Relaxing the mind will turn relax the body. Relaxation response teaches you to quiet the mind, concentrate, and reduce muscle tension. It has four elements. You should be in a quiet place, a comfortable position, mental device, and passive attitude. Autogenic training consists of series of exercises that produce sensations. Attention is focused on the sensations you are trying to produce. It has six hierarchical stages: heaviness in the extremities, warmth in the extremities, regulation of cardiac activity, regulation of breathing, abdominal warmth, cooling of the forehead. Systematic desensitization. It replaces anxiety with a competing behavior. Multimodal anxiety reduction packages. It can alleviate both cognitive and somatic anxiety. SMIT or Cognitive Affective Stress Management Training teaches a person specific integrated response that uses relaxation and cognitive components to control emotional arousal. It has five phases: pre-treatment assessment, treatment rationale, skill acquisition, skill rehearsal, post-training evaluation. SIT or Stress Inoculation Training, most popular stress management techniques. It is used both in and out of the sport environment, reducing anxiety and enhancing performance in sports setting. An individual is exposed to and learns to cope with stress in increasing amounts, thereby enhancing her immunity to stress. Meaning, uh, pag after time, if you train with anxiety or compete with anxiety, uh, your mind will learn or you will learn how to cope with it over time. It prepare you for the stress or controlling and handling the stress or coping with feelings or being overwhelmed and evaluating coping efforts. Hypnosis. It is the controversial and misunderstood technique for reducing anxiety. It is the altered state of consciousness. Stages of a hypnosis intervention: induction phase, hypnotic phase, and waking phase. Coping with adversity. Athletes should learn a broad spectrum of coping strategies to use in different situations and for different sources of stress. Coping, a process of constantly changing cognitive and behavioral efforts to manage specific external and or internal demands or conflicts appraised as taxing or exceeding one's resources. There are two types of there are two categories of coping. One is problem focused and emotion focused coping. Problem focused coping involves efforts to alter or to manage the problem. Emotion focused coping regulates the emotional responses to the problem that causes stress for the individual. There's also a third category of coping, also known as social support coping, or uh, a way of coping where uh, you ask for other people's help outside of as it could be your team, friends outside of the team, or maybe relatives. Resiliency, bouncing back from adversity. Experiences of adversity is strengthen resilient qualities such as self-esteem and self-efficacy. Here are some ways coping strategies that elite athletes use. They control their thoughts, task forces, rational thinking and self-talk, positive focus and orientation, social support, pre-competitive mental preparation, and anxiety management is like what we used to talk, what we, what I've discussed a while ago. Time management, training hard and smart. Anecdotal tips for coping with stress. You should smile when you feel tension coming on. And what your coaches tell you to have fun and enjoy the situation. Set up stressful situations in practice. Slow down and take your time. Stay focused and on the present. Come prepared with a good game plan. Coping strategies used by world-class coaches. Structuring and planning, psychological skill support, distraction, experience and learning, maintaining positive coach-athletes relationship. That will be all. Thank you. Viva Mapua.